back. It's time to pick up with some more fun, fancy tactics. Let's do this thing.
Right.
What are we looking at here? Did I... Oh, so close. You're good. You're good. You're good. Alright, look. Time to track down that Templar who kidnapped my sister.
You are the heretic Ramza Beowulf, yes?
Hey, buddy.
Who are you? You do not appear to be of the Template.
You will come to Riovani's castle. Your sister will be returned in exchange for the scriptures of Germonique.
Riovanes? What does Grand Duke Barrington have to do with this? I had heard he keeps both Dukes Larg and Goltanna at arm's length, and fields no troops in their conflict. Why would Alma be in his custody? What interest does he have in the book?
Hello.
Surely
Good
you have
morning,
read the
friend.
scriptures.
How are you?
Alright. A little toasty, but that's just how it is right now.
That is unfortunately going to be how it is.
No, I haven't read them yet, but I understand
Ooh,
they contain
you've already gotten
something of
started. What have I
importance.
missed today?
Not much. I literally just started
Could
like
it be that
30
the
seconds
Grand
ago,
Duke is
so...
in league with the church?
Oh, okay, okay.
This guy showed up and said the guy who kidnapped my sister is going to be at Riovanes Castle.
Oh,
There
let's
are
get to
many
Riovanes
who
Castle.
kill you for that
Would
book,
you
and do
would you
not
have a
even
moment
know what
stream
is
it in
you
there?
carry.
Oh, right.
But no matter. My
I mean,
lord
I
awaits.
always have the stream open so I can monitor for you, but I usually have it muted. Because otherwise the delay is just ridiculous.
Yeah. It's not always bad. It's usually like, 5 to 7 seconds.
They've been searching high and low for
Yeah.
But every once in a while...
Every once in a while it gets
What is it?
really bad, yeah.
you. Are you unwell? Ah, but I forget myself. I hope this day finds your royal majesty in
Doggy.
better spirits than those past.
Do not mock me. Please, I could not bear it.
That was cruel of me. I'm sorry.
So, what is it that you mean to do with me? I'm not Avelia. There can be no possible value in holding me. No value, even in my living.
Possibly. You are not Avelia. We do not even know your rightful name. Whether even you be highborn or low. No such records remain.
My life until now. What was it
Excuse me.
all for? Raised to think myself Avelia, I never once suspected that I was merely a replacement for the real princess of the royal family. I alone was confined to a remote monastery, far from the seat of our crown. I alone was made to live in seclusion, and had often wondered why. Even so, this I thought a burden light enough. If it meant the kingdom would know peace. Yet still Ivalice runs red with blood. All this suffering and solitude. What purpose did it serve? How ironic it is. Now that I am free of the monastery, I find myself longing for it. Though I may have been a bird in a cage, at least the song I sang was my own.
It has been the same for me. I was given the wardrobe of a nobleman, and so I played the part. A puppet, ever dancing for patrons unseen. Most men but play the part they're given. Most live and die not knowing they play a part at all. But I am past all that now. I am their puppet no more. I will exact from them the price of the merry dance they lead.
And just what is it you plan to do?
You must place your trust in me, Avelia.
That
I
didn't
will
answer the
burn down
question.
this kingdom and build a new one.
That
kingdom
is
worthy
the
of you.
least faith-inspiring answer you could provide, actually.
I will show you a
Delita.
world where your light will outshine the sun. A world without darkness. A world where you will always be, Avelia. This is my heart's desire. For you are my purpose. My everything. You will have no more need of tears.
So he's complaining about having been a puppet, but he wants to make her his puppet.
Sort of. His stated goal is to make it so that everybody who was doing the puppeteer dance is burned down, and we're putting like a better system in place
I will never.
where she's in
betray you.
charge.
Never. On Titra's soul, I swear it. So come now. Dry your tears.
He also mildly declared that he's developing feelings for her, but you know.
Yeah, I heard that too. I'm like, okay, so we've got a little bit of reverse Stockholm syndrome going on right now. Not sure quite what we call that, other than problematic and red flags.
I think that was Helsinki when they're developing like the codependence. Stockholm was when like the they fell in love
When
with
the
the
hostage
kidnappers.
developed
Yeah,
feelings for their hostage taker.
but I think it was
is
Helsinki,
when
the codependence
when
thing.
a captor
Yes?
begins to have a relationship of some form
Yeah.
with their captive. Yeah.
Looking for aught
Sometimes
in
it's
particular,
it's
aught catch your
romantic.
eye?
Occasionally you get the super creepy parental take on it, which in my book that is creepier, by the way, than I've been holding you captive and I've fallen in
May
love
I
with
be
you.
of foolish
Somehow
outfit?
I've been holding you captive and now I must take care of you because you're my child is creepier. Also, that area of Europe just got all of the bad names
This is
for
your going to know
conditions.
facts.
Like,
Yeah, they did not have good luck with any of that. Ooh. Yoink.
This is your he won't be. This is your benefit. This is your most. May I be? I await.
Alright, so actually we gotta do one thing before we do the usual thing. We actually have reading materials. Remember, the scriptures of Germanique were given to us.
right.
You can actually read them.
Oh no, we have to go to Bible study.
I opened the scriptures of Germanique, entrusted to me by Elder Simon, and began to leaf through the pages. The
Chapter
words
7.
before my eyes were written a holy script of ancients far beyond my ken. Several illustrations were scattered throughout, but many pages were missing or damaged, and the script was exceedingly difficult to decipher. As I turned the pages, faintly penned words in modern Evolution script occasionally caught my eye. Notes of an explanatory nature had been added here and there throughout the book, all written by the same hand, though exactly whose I could not say. A faint scent of ink rose from these notes, and as I touched my finger to one of them, the writing smeared. It seemed to have been penned only in the last few days. I then realized these transcriptions were most likely Elder Simon's work. He must have devoted a significant portion of his life as custodian of the underground library to deciphering these scriptures, line by painstaking line. I relied heavily on his fragmentary notes as I continued reading. Apparently the Holy Script had been recorded by Germanique, but who was that? The name struck a familiar chord as a half-forgotten history lesson rose unbidden in my mind. I remembered. Germanique was the disciple of Saint Ajora who betrayed his master, turning him over to the Holy Edoran Empire, and in so doing ensured his name would live on in infamy. I was astounded that a librum penned by the same Germanique would from history lessons now rested in my very hands. Saint Ajora was a child of the gods, descended from the heavens to deliver humanity from its self-inflicted chaos. But by his prophecies was the word of the divine imparted upon mortal men. After his death, these teachings formed the basis of the Church of Glabados, in name meaning to obey God in the holy tongue of the ancients. The church's influence later spread throughout Ivalice and further afield to Ordalia, Romanda, and beyond. The deeds of Saint Ajora are known to all, and yet I would seek to learn more of his remarkable journey. Saint Ajora's birth came some 1,200 years ago, in the midst of a golden age of technology when airships yet plied the skies. He was born in Lazalia, in the city of Bervenia. Moments after his birth, he rose to his feet and approached a well. Upon reaching its base, some words of prophecy poured forth from his infant lips. A calamity shall soon befall this well. Seal it up at once, that none may drink of it. Some days later, a plague descended on the town of Bervenia, and all those who drank from the well succumbed to the contagion and perished. Only those whose families heeded the prophetic words of Saint Ajora were spared from the malady and death. After the incident with the well, the people came to revere Saint Ajora as a portent of miracle and a child of the gods. Then, at the age of 20, his life was cut short. The circumstances surrounding his death are closely tied to the legend of the Zodiac Braves, told throughout Ivalice since ancient times. To trace the story of these fabled warriors, I must delve yet deeper into the past. Ivalice was not always united as it is today. Long ago, the realm was divided into 7 domains: Plovelham, Lionel, Limbury, Lazalia, Galeone, Zeltenia, and Molant. Each warred with the others in a never-ending struggle to expand its own territory. It was the age of feudalism. This conflict had continued for centuries, until an ambitious young king rose to power in Molant. This young monarch dreamt of uniting all of Ivalice under his hand, but the road to victory was a difficult and dangerous one. The king turned to ancient tomes and the dark magics found within, summoning a demon from the netherworld to do his bidding. But once unleashed, the demon slew the king and set out to destroy the very world itself. To combat this monstrosity, a great hero set out on a quest. Together with his 12 comrades, he collected the zodiac stones that had been scattered throughout the world, and thereby formed the Zodiac Braves. These warriors soon defeated the demon and its minions, and banished the creature back to its infernal plane. Their deeds came to be told as the legend of the Zodiac Braves. The Zodiac Braves have since appeared whenever the world balanced on the brink of catastrophe, only to vanish just as quickly once the crisis had been averted. Similar catastrophe threatened the world in the time of Saint Ajora. The Liege Lord of Limbury summoned a demon in hopes of seizing control of all of Ivalice, but once again plunged the world into chaos. And just as in the legend, Saint Ajora collected the 12 Zodiac Stones. Once again, the Zodiac Braves rose to defeat the marauding demon. Thus was Saint Ajora hailed as the world's savior. However, the sovereigns of any age have small tolerance for the interference of well-meaning heroes. Saint Ajora's fame drew the ire of the Holy Adoran Empire, which dispatched soldiers to capture him and his devoted followers. Pharaohism was the prevalent religion in that day, and its priests feared Ajora's growing influence. Ultimately, Germanique, the 13th disciple, was tempted by sordid coin, offering vital information that led to his master's capture. The saint was executed upon the gallows of Golgotha soon thereafter. But lest we forget, Saint Ajora was a child of the gods. The wrath of the heavens was swift and terrible. Immediately following the execution, Molant, the center of the fairest teachings, was visited by a terrible cataclysm. The skies rained blood, and a storm of golden lightning ravaged the city. The very earth trembled, and with a thunderous roar, Molant sank into the sea. This was the legend with which I was familiar, the very same tale told to every child of Ivalice. But the Saint Ajora within the scriptures was a different man altogether. Ajora was no child of the gods. He was a mere mortal, no more divine than you or I. He was a revolutionary who fought to realize his own ambitions. He was no lover of peace, no hero who would sacrifice himself for the good of humanity. Germanique wrote of him. As the founder of a new religion with a rising number of followers, Ajora was seen as no more than a nuisance to the empire, but to the slaves and the destitute who suffered most under imperial rule. The fair treatment and equal opportunities espoused by Ajora appeared as a ray of hope, and he their savior. But Ajora was apparently more than just a religious founder. He was a saboteur who infiltrated enemy states to collect information and sow disorder. Ajora was a spy, dispatched to the Holy Adoran Empire by a rival state. His teachings, the faith they inspired, and the influence he wielded were all but contrivances to enact the downfall of the Empire, orchestrated from within its borders by Ajora itself. But for all his guile, the Imperials were fully aware of the threat Ajora posed. Germanique was employed to collect evidence that would allow the Empire to arrest Ajora as a spy. The 13th disciple was in reality no more than the Empire's instrument in a play to uncover Ajora's true intentions. It seems that Ajora indeed attempted to form the Zodiac Braves. Germanique confirmed in his writings that Ajora even discovered some of the stones and had entrusted them to his closest disciples. But what was his purpose in forming the Zodiac Braves anew? I do not know if the Liege Lord of Limbury actually summoned a demon. Elder Simon's notes speak of his doubts on the matter, and not a single line within the scriptures seems to record the event. Nevertheless, it appears that the catastrophe with which the greater part of Malund sank into the sea did indeed coincide with Ajora's execution. The footnotes provided further enlightenment. They expressed a different view, no doubt the personal opinion of Elder Simon. Although many spoke of their existence, none had ever set eyes on these scriptures of Germanique. Some might say they are fraudulent, written for the sole purpose of discrediting Saint Ajora, but I know this tome to be authentic. When I served as an inquisitor for the church, those in its upper echelons feared the existence of this work, and the same is no doubt true for the High Confessor. They were all fearful of these writings, for everything contained within them is fact. After Saint Ajora's death, the church, which had capitalized on his considerable influence to seize power for itself, had only one task: to conceal his true nature as a human being. This one fact had to be erased from the annals of history. They needed to ensure that Saint Ajora be remembered as the child of the gods. Their use of the Zodiac Braves, a legend believed throughout the continent, was a stroke of genius. It was a simple feat to convince the people that Saint Ajora had led the Zodiac Braves to defeat a demon that never existed. I realize now that I had lost my faith the moment I began to read these scriptures, and yet I feel no sorrow. Thinking back, I know now that my desire to know the truth was stronger than my faith had ever been. But above all, I am as guilty as any involved in this great travesty. All these years, the Church has concealed the truth and lied to our flock. Though I am compelled to condemn these acts, I cannot bring myself to do so. Even were I to bring the scriptures before the people, the Church would not stand idle. In all likelihood, I would be accused of heresy and burned at the stake. But that is not the true reason for my inaction. This library is everything to me. It is a treasure beyond compare, the only means of slaking my endless thirst for knowledge. If I were to share this book with the world, my precious library would be taken from me. I cannot allow it. To be separated from my tomes, I can think of no pain greater. In the end, my curiosity eclipsed my will to do what was right. Within these pages lies the truth hidden by the Church for so many years. The miracles of Saint Ajora were naught but lies, and he but an ordinary man. By interweaving the events surrounding Ajora's death with his mendacious teachings, his followers fabricated a means by which to seize power. But is that truly all there is to know? Elder Simon wrote that Saint Ajora's demon never existed, but I have seen the dark power of the Zodiac Stones with my own eyes. There is an evil presence at work, something much more sinister than even the High Confessor and his twisted plots.
Gathered within, take care.
So, a lot is in there.
Yeah, that was a lot. Basically, what I got was, so there was a saint. He did have 13
there was
followers.
a dude. There was a dude.
He did have 13 followers. He did apparently try and find these stones, and one of his followers was the Judas Iscariot archetype.
Mostly yes. He was also hired by a rival of the Edoran Empire to just tear apart the Empire, and making a belief system was how he did that. And the Judas Iscariot type was hired from the beginning to be a spy in his organization.
Yeah.
Sorry, I needed some hydration after that. That was a lot of reading.
Welcome. Make yourself at home, of course.
One new rumor. Marquis Elmdor slain. Marquis Elmdor, Liege Lord of Limbury, the hero of the 50 Years' War, dubbed the Silver Prince by his friends and Silver Demon by his foes, is reported to have been slain in battle. The recent conflict had driven a wedge between him and Duke Goltana, with Marquis Elmdor choosing instead to take a neutral stance. In spite of this, Duke Goltana demanded Limbury's continued cooperation, but Marquis Elmdor firmly refused the proposal, fearing for the well-being of his subjects. Relations quickly deteriorated, and Duke Goltana ordered the invasion of Limbury, bringing their armies into conflict. The Marquis himself joined the defense of the fused planes, but was struck by a stray arrow, the wound leading to his eventual death. Marquis Elmdor was a popular figure amongst the common people, despite his noble title, and had long been a devout member of the Church of Glabados. A steady stream of mourners paid respects at his grave, having served as a steadfast general of ducal status during the 50 Years' War. It is said that the Duke expressed profound regret for his part in Elmdor's untimely passing, and it seems a certainty his death will affect the war.
Anything else I can help you with? Not a lot happened, didn't it? A warm welcome to you.
Nothing
Need
new
anything else? It's
there,
just we
nothing
will
new
have your day.
there.
Well,
Shop.
report catch your eye.
Not all good there. Oh, I can start buying some shuriken and bombs, I suppose.
Are you? Thank you. Are you hat? Anything? Are you hat? Thank you. Are you hat? Thank you. Will that become? Welcome. Rumors, eh? Anything else? That's the spirit.
Oh,
of your
we got an errand.
How long will you permit for anyone you send? I'll say.
We have some guard duty. This is an appeal for protection to accompany our chocobo wings along the route from Igros to Dorter. In these truly troubled times, monsters have appeared on the trade road and are beginning to threaten our caravans. Please, protect the wings and the cargo they carry.
Anything else? Come.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good day to you. It's just anything else I can help you. That's the an errand's up. Right then. Tell us how it went.
The task was far from easy, but we stuck to the plan. The basis for a sizable success.
Responded to a call from Larka Mercantile to protect their caravan from monsters. While fighting off one such attack, one of the chocobo wings overturned, spilling a large stash of prohibited narcotics. We questioned the driver over the matter, and he revealed the company president, Naumann Haas, excuse me, a man aged 140, was involved in a drug smuggling ring and had ordered the shipment be sent. The city guard succeeded in arresting Haas as he made to flee, and received an unexpected reward for helping bring him to justice.
Plain sailing from start to end.
That's not all, for we chanced upon this fascinating artifact.
A tobacco pipe. This ornate pipe, once belonging to an infamous thief from the east, is primarily used for smoking tobacco. Crafted of goldentite, a hard mineral, it can also serve as a reliable weapon in desperate times.
Fine treasure you found there. I commend you. Congratulations. Your standing as a treasure hunter has improved.
We're a little treasure hunter, look at us go.
I'd consider that. Anything else? Need anything?
May as well do a random encounter or two while we're moving around the map.
Understood.
I can do this. Ever ready.
I won't disappoint. It's time.
Okay. None of the crazy chocobos are here. You can get some black and red chocobos in this map sometimes, and the red ones will wreck you.
Do the red ones catch on fire or explode?
They summon meteors from the sky.
Okay, I was close.
At range.
Right.
Whack. Well, that's mildly annoying. Could have killed him.
What to do?
Why won't they hit? Oh, whatever.
No turning back.
It's over! It seems I've improved.
Power thrumming in
So
skies
illithids
above.
in this setting
As
are
I
weak to
fold
lightning.
and blade-
Oh, that doesn't actually count as lightning damage. I'm sad. I'm horribly disappointed.
You're finished!
Excellent.
Better than ever.
Getting stronger.
I must concentrate. Fall!
Gotta push on now.
I was really hoping you'd be able to finish him off with the stick there next, but he had 3 hit points left.
Stay down!
So I shot him for 120 damage.
Looking for or catch your eye? May I help with or come back?
A warm welcome. Want to earn some? Who you sending? How many days will you allow for this work? Anyone you... Very well. Anything? Thank you. Welcome. Want to earn an errand's over? Right then.
The task was far from easy, but we stuck to the plan. The basis for a sizable success.
We
We discovered an ancient wonder.
Our journey also led us to a rather peculiar spot. It was a sight we'll not soon forget.
Tozus Village. Race of gnomes Race of gnomes known as the Lilliputians inhabits this village. These gnomes were ruled by a merciless dictator until a mighty giant known as Atlas freed them at long last from their oppression. The name Tozus derives from an ancient word meaning the very distant
Another
place.
ancient one. I'd consider that, though. Need anything else? Not to... Will that be all? It's just... Anything else, eh?
Looking for by all means. May I be of who needs outfitting? This is your most... This is your granny. May I await you?
Good day to you. What'll it... You're interested, then?
Oh, we got a few.
Who you sending? How long will you permit... Anyone... I'll say to the... Will that be all? Eh? Welcome. Make yourself... You're interested. An errand's been completed. Right then. Tell us how it went.
The task was a roaring success. We'll celebrate this, and rightly so.
We did what was expected and more. 'Tis justification of the faith placed in us.
Our journey also led us to a rather peculiar spot. It was a
Found the
sight we'll
Chaos
not soon
Shrine.
forget.
When the world was young, the primal deities sealed Jaya the Netherlord deep beneath the earth. It is decrepit changer. Man, I read the entire scripts of Germanique. Almost no mess ups. I have not been able to successfully read anything since. Its decrepit chamber is tainted by a foul and unholy error. The Chaos Shrine is said to mark the site of his
Another
person.
ancient wonder. Congratulations. Your standing as an adventurer has improved.
Level 3 adventurer. Yay!
I'd consider that a job. Who's going? How many days? Anyone you say... I'll say to the... Anything else, Hank? A warm welcome. That's the... You've some news from an... Right then.
The task was a roaring success. We'll celebrate this.
We did what was expected and more.
There was more good fortune to come as we even
We
chanced
found
upon a
Falgabard.
wonder.
The village is said to be inhabited by an order of dark knights. While the fell blades of these knights lent them great power, they also cut short their lives. The order's numbers dwindled until at last none remained.
Another ancient wonder, eh? I'd consider that. Anything else? Not a lot. Need anything?
Welcome by all means.
Oh, still no upgrades on the guns.
May I have...
A warm... Of course. Will that be all? Not today. Anything else? Good day to you. Not a lot happened. Will that be all? It's just root. Need anything?
Yes?
Look what I can learn! Dual-wheel payment! And honestly, that's the main thing I wanted the ninja for, so we're going back to monk.
This will do.
Time to make our way. Oh, we didn't check Rosalia. Gotta do that. And Goland, I didn't check Goland either.
Nothing else, it's just need anything up.
Greetings. After all, may I help? Don't be a stranger.
A warm welcome. Rumours, will that be all? Not today. Need anything
Okay,
up?
no, nothing here. Alright, cool. Then we will save the game.
We sever the game. What is that
Oh.
from?
To shiver the face is a work of the art.
Make no sense. What is this? Oh my god.
To shiver the face is a work of the art.
I have a character in my head, and I cannot figure out what character is in my head.
Is it a tallish guy with a very extravagant mustache and oiled slick back hair?
Think so?
Giving somebody a shave?
No. Just like shaking his hand at them.
Well, look, he's sitting somebody down and making a big show of prepping to shave somebody.
I don't have that image in my head. I just have an image of a guy with like a mustache shaking his hand at somebody, and it's like, you make no sense. And I'm like, what is this from?
I'll send you a link. See if it gives it away. Also, did I see that you have the purple horse now, or did you just see somebody else with the purple horse?
I saw, so there was the person with the purple horse that I had taken the picture of yesterday.
Gotcha.
And that's when I sent the picture being like, where do we find that? And then we went in, I got the blue one, but we haven't gotten me the purple one yet.
Yeah, I don't think you have that one unlocked yet.
No, I don't have Striking Tree yet. I have, I think I have to go back to Ankh Alpha.
I think we finished that.
Or I got the blue one, and I know that there are a grand total of 5, and if you
okay.
Of them,
You need to get one from Ankh Alpha.
So,
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, so I don't remember whether I got the one from Leviathan or the one from Shiva. So
You got the one from Leviathan.
yeah, so I still have to fight Shiva and try and get the one from her. Fight her again and try and get the pony.
Ever ready.
My turn,
I'm going to continue playing Final Fantasy until I get all of the gods, or all of the horses from all of the pseudo gods. Dang it!
Forward.
Hey, you got a goal, you know. This is the map that a random encounter of 12 monks can show up.
We have fled so far.
Oh no!
Have the gods
You
no
mentioned
mercy.
this one before.
Now, this isn't a random encounter, so it's not that. But this is the map where it can happen.
Is that a
Oh,
skeleton
okay, okay,
from
okay.
the Order of the Southern Sky?
We are done with fighting. We've had our fill of blood and death. It doesn't matter if we're poor, but our place is with our families. I'm going back to my wife and child. You will not force us to return.
Okay, bye.
Deserters, it seems. Pray, heed my words. We do not pursue you. It is not our wish to fight.
Aye, that much I'll believe. Better to strike us down cleanly when our backs are turned. Do not think us so green as to fall for your tricks.
No, seriously, just go.
That man. Does he not have the look of the one on the handbill?
What? Are you sure?
Aye, it's him all right. Ramzabail, the heretic.
Ah,
You
crap.
say we claim his head and take it back to camp.
Are you serious?
Oh balls!
We're deserters. Our heads would be on spikes next to his.
Consider it. As a son of House Beowulf, he's no mere bounty. His family commands the northern sky. We'd be fools to pass up this opportunity.
The man
You'd
who
be
captured
idiots
Virtue
to
and
do
the word
this.
Dismissed honorably.
Exactly. If we're to return to our homes, let us do so with our heads held high. Were we to flee now, it would be to a life of skulking in the shadows. They still think we're out scouting.
Listen, I'll give you guys like 1,000 gil each, and we can just go.
Very well. Let us return with him, or at least with his head. It's not long for those shoulders anyway. He is a heretic after all.
You poor, sweet
Come.
summer idiots.
Let this be our final battle. With this godless man's blood, we buy our way home.
No!
It seems there is no avoiding this fight.
That's not how any of this works.
Alright, well, I gave it my best shot. Come on, then.
Come on.
You throwing a rock at me? It's rude behavior. And then he shot a gun.
Who the fuck brings a rock to a gunfight?
Those two squires, apparently. Ah, they got it in for me.
Right there. Getting stronger.
How about this?
Welcome in, T. You're just in time for my dual-wielding monk to start to be put together. Don't do that. Don't. Oh, man.
You're making a mess.
Worthy foe. Is this where I
A dual-wielding monk.
come then?
A monk who has the job ability dual wield for the ninja and therefore can punch twice. It's pretty great.
Stay with me.
Ow.
Damn it. I've had better days.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
I will prevail.
Nix, get him. Wake him up. Bring him to his senses.
They don't know I know this.
What is this power?
I can't.
To the very
Oh,
end.
that could have gone real bad.
My turn.
You're finished.
So here it ends.
Right. Shadows 7 by Doomstar cast. Mark the ending of your path. Northswain, strike!
The sorry end.
That ability has the chance, which you just saw, to instant KO somebody.
A bitter draught.
I was careless.
Ow. Alright, that's it. I've had enough of your shenanigans, sir.
I must concentrate. It's over!
232 damage on one of my 2 hits.
Don't die on me.
I'm in your debt.
But enough of your shenanigans, too.
My turn.
Wake up, would you? I'm grateful.
Too little too late there, buddy. Prepare to get absolutely dunked on.
I have you now! Is this the end?
That would have done 480 damage if he had that much health. Dual-wielding monks is insane.
Power thrumming in.
And there, see? Now you're all dead. You could have had 1,000 gil and gone home.
They should throw their lives away. And yet, what right have I to blame them? Father, what would you have done? Did I have any other choice? Is that?
We meet again.
Oh, shiny link butts.
I see the black lion sits upon your breast. You are of the Order of the Southern Sky, then?
I am. And it would seem we have you to thank for dealing with our deserters. I must admit, I did not expect to see a son of House Beowulf lend his aid to our order.
The fight was not of my choosing.
Forgive me. I know you do not wish to shed blood. But it cannot always be avoided. We're no different. Had we the choice, we would not be hunting these men.
You knew who I was all along, didn't you?
I did. I'd seen your name and face upon a bill. While the bounty was certainly impressive, 'twas the charge of heresy that caught my eye. They claim you murdered Cardinal Delacroix, but I somehow find that hard to believe.
No, that's the one part that's true.
Have you a mind to turn me in?
Why would I do
Murder
that?
and
Our orders are
and
to capture deserters.
combat are different
They
things.
say nothing of heretics
I will say
already
that
hunted
in
mercilessly
Ramses'
We
by the
did
church.
kill him.
If I were one
Yes,
of those,
killed. Yes,
I think
murder.
I'd get moving before the
I'm
lions at
gonna,
my
I'm
heels
gonna,
thought to feast upon me as
I'm
well.
gonna argue with the definition of murder is here.
The case for self-defense.
Why do you still fight? I do not see why anyone.
Although
should
I don't
be
know of a
upon this
lawyer on the
senseless
planet that would accept he turned into a demon and tried to eat me. But, you know.
Not on our planet, but on their planet, you know.
Even then, like, nobody believes him.
So long as your brothers point their
Yeah, give
swords
it
at
some
our
time.
throats, we must.
If the white lion lowered his claws, would the black follow suit?
No, I do not think it like he would.
Could you deliver a message to Count Orlando? If you should chance to meet him, there are men behind the curtain who goad the dukes for their own gain. We are all but puppets, dancing as they pull our strings. It is those men we ought to be fighting.
I can deliver the message, but why to the Count?
My father once told me Count Orlando was the only man he could truly call a friend.
Lord Barbeneth said that. Very well. I will tell the Count what you've told me.
Then you believe me?
Prior to joining House Durai, I was the Count's adopted son, and still regard him as my father. I know for a fact that he returns your father's fondness. In honor of their friendship, I will trust you, Ramza. Now, I do not know
We've
the
got
reason these men
one
seek so
dude
much.
on our side, finally.
If it is for the benefit of
Hey,
the people,
look,
I see no
he
reason
is
to raise
the
protest.
adopted son to another noble that was a close friend of Ramses' dead father. This is actually a really clutch one friend to have.
But if they
Yeah.
seek to use the legend for their own gain, I can assure you my father will not sit idly by.
Yeah, like, it's the adoptive son of the Thunder God, so it's a good ally, but, like, finally somebody is on our side.
Finally somebody believes me.
You know of the High Confessor's plot?
Of it, yes. But we have no hard evidence. Our spies are working tirelessly, but I suspect you know more than they. As the heretic who slew Cardinal Delacroix, I dare say you've learned a few things.
If you did have evidence of the plot, would you then be willing to lay down your swords?
Does such evidence exist? Well, whether or not it would mean the end of this conflict, I cannot say, for the gears have long been set in motion. But if evidence did exist that could expose the plot, my father, for one, would surely sheath his blade.
Lord Oren, we must press onward.
Very well. Let us resume our march. Farewell, Ramza. See that you keep your head about your shoulders. Never think yourself without allies. You do have friends. Friends who would gladly lay down their lives fighting beside you. And I count myself among them. I may not be at your side, but we fight together to end this war. Remember that.
Thank you, Oren.
Ooh, excuse me. We didn't do much that fight. Yardro.
Ever ready.
I won't disappoint. Onward.
Of course.
To battle!
Are you blind to the treason of your words, Rafa?
He uses us, Marak. We are instruments of murder to him, not more. To stay would be to live out our days as the Grand Duke's cat's paws. Come, let us run away together while we yet can.
Have you forgotten who it was who saved us when we had lost our parents to the war? Grand Duke Barrington opened his heart and home to the both of us. You would repay that kindness now with treachery? We owe him a debt of allegiance. We'd have died a beggar's death were it not for him.
Feed us he did, Marak. But we were sapped on lies. I know the truth of it now. It was the Grand Duke himself who set fire to our village. He killed everyone we ever knew, his hand hidden by the smoke of war. And do you know why? It was for our gifts. You and I possess power, and power is all he craves. He burnt down our entire village that he might claim the sacred power of our mantras for his own. Opened his heart, you say? The man is not possessed of one. He murdered our parents. It is you who needs to open your eyes, Marak.
Oh.
I'll not abide your ill-mannered
That's not necessary.
You know, don't you? You know of the thing he did to me. You are my brother. You know of this, and even yet you...
Speak not another word. Any more from you, and so help me, gods.
This guy doesn't seem like a very nice person.
Marak, our quarry draws nigh.
He's talking to his sister like this. I don't like him at all.
And long since made ready.
Okay.
Marak!
That's him.
Rafa!
Pray, lend me your aid.
Let's do the math. We've done... Oh, laundry's the next thing I need to do.
We have ninjas.
Not even close.
I must be decisive.
So you are the heretic Ramza. Help me, I beg you.
I'm not certain what this is about, but questions can wait. Stay close. I will see you safe.
Thank you.
I will fulfill my mission.
You're the Grand Duke's man. Did you not say you'd await my coming at Riavanis?
I did but deliver the Grand Duke's message as asked. I do not need the Templarate's swords to slay some petty knight apprentice.
Right.
Here I go.
Here I go.
Leave it to me.
I've got work to do.
Easterly glow embrace darkening clouds, fulminous blades to breathe, adamantine blades!
My apologies.
I see the light.
Excuse me. Alright, we got 3 of their ninjas down.
Leave it to me.
I must concentrate.
You ain't going nowhere.
Damn it! Do the gods favor a heretic over me?
I don't know if they're involved, honestly.
Where to?
I'm in your debt.
I will not falter.
Come on. Now!
Come then.
We try for the instant KO. Yeah, we got it.
What to do?
I will prevail. Leave it to me.
Storms brewing.
Where do you think you're going?
I must concentrate.
You ain't going nowhere.
You're finished!
End of the road.
I must grow strong. Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
We will not be safe here should more of them appear. Let us find a quiet place to hide.
Alright, that was a good spot to take our first quick little break. So we're going to do that, and we're going to be right back.
Sounds
Rafa here is, telling us more things that we already kind of knew, but giving us context.
They call him king already. King of the Forge. He fashions ever more and stronger arms for his ever-growing army. Even as he fielded his forces during the 50 Years' War, he quietly began making preparations to take the throne for himself.
His actions are guided from the shadows, by men who would use his ambition to their own ends. His blood ties to the crown give him a strong claim, rendering these schemers would incite the war between the Dukes Larg and Goltana, allowing the Grand Duke to swoop in and assume regency. With the groundwork thus laid, they would then eliminate the Duke's respective charges, leaving the new regent as the foremost candidate for the throne. This, I suspect, was the plan used to entice the Grand Duke.
And you fight the church, even though it means you must be labeled a heretic. Why would you do such a thing?
Because demons!
That is a silly question. I know the answer. But surely you must realize your efforts will earn you no thanks.
Demons!
I do not fight for gratitude. I am a Beowulf. I fight for the honor of my name.
Truly? You strike me not as the sort of man to fight for things so trite. No. You see evil and injustice before your eyes and cannot turn away. You do not even think to seek reward. Would that more were like you.
You mistake me for a better man. But we have spoken enough of me. What will you do now? I must make for Riavanes. They still hold my sister. Now that you've escaped, I expect you wish to go somewhere far away.
I cannot leave. Not without my brother.
You know what thought randomly just passed into my head that I now feel like we kind of need to do for a one-shot at some point? We need to make characters based on, like, BuzzFeed quizzes. Of, like, what alignment are you? What race are you? Like, what class are you?
I mean, I had kind of suggested, like, everybody building each other, like, just building characters and everybody having to, like, random roll. But yeah, something like that. Or, like, that concept we had of, people building characters for each other based on how we see each other.
Yeah. But no, like, the BuzzFeed quizzes are always, like, kind of BS, so, like, just using that to make the character seems like a funny idea.
Me even now. Climbing mounds of rubble in search of any scrap of food. The air ever thick with death's foul stench. That was the life from which the Grand Duke spared us. At the time, I thought it sure the gods had sent him.
You are not alone. He has erected a great many orphanages. A noble gesture of less than noble intent. He wanted assassins. The orphanages gave him a pool of willing young minds, allowing him to select the very best to mold and train. He must have seen some promise in you and your brother.
We Galtanas are the keepers of a sacred art, passed down through generations. My brother and I are conduits. I of the heavens and he of the nether. We channel their power through mantras. The Grand Duke desired that power for his own. When our elder refused him, he put our entire village to the torch. All is grist that comes to that man's mill. If there is a thing he cannot have, he thinks it better that it not exist at all. To imagine the joy he must have felt when he discovered the two of us among the other orphans. It turns my stomach.
So when you learned of all this, you tried to flee?
My brother and I loved the man, as though he were our father. But even that did not stop him from...
I would have thought you fled further.
Marak!
It's a frog! Get it!
Heed my words, heretic. Spare no haste on your way to Riovanes. Tarry here, and you next meet your sister in the afterlife.
harm a hair on her head, and I'll have you there for company.
Rafa, you will accompany Ramza. Run, and the death of his sister hangs on your shoulders.
You play a craven game, Marak. This has naught to do with them.
I play no game. I trust you know what awaits should you try my patience any longer.
The frog exploded.
Come, Ramza. Let us
That
make
poor
for Riovanes.
messenger.
Yeah, that's Animal Messenger said with the necrotic subtext. Like,
you didn't. This
That was
madness is
definitely
none
not a
of your
familiar.
doing.
alright, we now have a guest party member in Rafa,
Let us go.
who is level 4. Oh boy.
She's gonna die so fast.
Yeah, probably.
Welcome. Thought catch your eye.
Alright, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Ooh, gold hairpin. And the black robe. Hermes boots, yes.
May I be of further
Yes, Hermes
who needs
boots.
outfitting?
Not much, except for the whole, Merrick and Rafa subplot started.
This is your most... This is your anything. This is your most... This is your... You won't... May I help with it? Don't be a...
A warm rumours, eh? Will that be all? You're interested then?
Diving expedition tour.
Who you sending? How long will you permit for this? Anyone you understand? Will that be all? Come back soon. Good day to you. You're interested then? An errand's been right then.
It seemed the stars were against us, but we delivered well nonetheless. Very well, I'd say.
I should wager there is no better feeling than this. We shall all sleep soundly tonight.
I'd consider that a job well done. Need anything? Thanks. Welcome. Not a lot. Need anything?
Check a couple other cities. I don't think anybody else picked up any new errands yet.
A warm welcome. Not today. Anything else? Come.
Checking a couple of cities,
Welcome. Not a lot.
Oh, okay, I think we're good.
Yes?
You are way too happy. What happened?
I learned to counter. So now, if somebody attacks Ramza, I punch them in retaliation and then punch them 2 more times when it's my turn. With some of the highest attack power in the game.
What is it?
So I felt that was deserved of a nice little cackle.
Absolutely. I just wanted to know what the malicious cackle was for.
Almost mastered Holy Knight on Igris. Need like a little bit more. the Yuge Wood.
As you wish.
I won't disappoint.
I can do this.
Ready as ever. At the ready.
Oh yeah. There's a bunch of these are all ghosts. Like every single one of them.
Those who fell in the 50 Years' War still linger in this wood. Let us lay these wandering souls to rest.
Come on. Trust in yourself. It seems I've improved.
Not the noise I expected that person to make, but okay. That's very clear. Something they just had in the office that day. It was like, hey, can you come make some like growling noises for us? And he went, "Arr!" Oh boy.
What to do?
So Mustadio, as a machinist, gets a very unique ability to petrify undead.
Convenience.
It's not something I've really been able to use yet, but in this fight, it's rather handy.
What is this power?
I think we came out ahead of the curve on that series of spells there.
still fight.
Oh, the counter didn't go off. I'm sad now.
Right then.
Ready or not?
Getting stronger.
Take this!
Damn it.
Westerly glow embrace.
I won't let you die.
I needed that.
How are you still alive? You have no health left. Stop being alive.
I must concentrate. Fall!
Here I go.
And stay down!
Right.
As the heavens will it.
I shall give my all.
Let us put some distance between us and this haunted wood.
Phoenix Downs, that's handy. I don't use it much, but it's still handy.
Ooh, question for you for 14. Can
Okay.
anyone use Phoenix Downs or no?
Yeah.
Cool. I bought a bunch of them last night.
They take a while and are easily interrupted, but anybody can.
I shall redouble my efforts.
We save the game because we're about to go into something a little crazy. Alright, give me back my sister, you monster.
welcome to you both. I do hope you found my halls to your liking. They may lack the grandeur of Lazalia's, but I find they make up for it in other ways. Castles built as seats of governance are so dreadfully plain, would you not agree? There's such greater beauty in a fortress built for war. Ivalice herself would seem to be in agreement. Ever has she been ruled by men with power. Some might see this latest upheaval as a sign the crown, in its austere seat, has lost the strength to reign her.
Your summon spoke of matters more pressing than the style of Lazalia's keep.
Must everyone be in such haste? Very well. I shall ask you outright. Will you not join your strength with mine? As I said a moment ago, it is power that rules Ivalice. Who do you think now holds power? Duke Larg, the White Lion? Or Duke Goltana, the Black? No. I can assure you it is not they. The ones who hold true power are the ones who hold the Zodiac Stones. The Knights Templar. The stones are said to possess phenomenal magic, far surpassing any arcane apparatus or enchanted relic one might care to mention. They are even held to be responsible for the cataclysm that laid waste to Molond in bygone days. While this is generally regarded as a fairy tale, I know for a fact that Saint Ajora himself once wielded the stones, and using their power, he annihilated his foes. No mere fable invented to inspire the masses this, but a true miracle of the gods. Now, at this very moment, you and yours seek the stones. What do you wish to achieve with such fearsome might?
Speak you in seriousness, Your Grace. Forgive me, but I would never have expected a man like yourself to believe in such utter fantasy.
You mean to tell me that you do not? For Knights Templar, you exhibit a surprising lack of faith in the holy power of the Zodiac Stones. I find that rather curious. I had heard that the Cardinal's death was somehow connected to the stones.
Truly? As I had it, the Cardinal had taken ill.
Is that so? Might I ask, then, the reason you seek that young Beowulf? I can only imagine what he must have done to earn the label of heretic.
The Inquisitors do not share with us the reasons for their decisions.
So...
Which is to say that I am just a yes
know
man.
Nothing at all. How terribly convenient. Still, I wonder if there could not be some detail you are simply forgetting. Marak!
Father, forgive me.
Your meaning becomes clearer.
Your boy was carrying Scorpio and Taurus, which we've taken for safekeeping.
You worthless fool of a son.
A lot of slapping going on today.
Pardon my intrusion, Your Grace, but your long-awaited guests are at our gate.
Marak, would you kindly see to them?
What is it you wish, Barrington?
Cooperation. I said as much a few moments ago. It would be a mutually beneficial arrangement, I assure you.
And if we were to refuse?
Then I suppose I'd be forced to unmask the Church's plot for what it is.
The stones alone prove naught.
In that you are correct, sir. But it would be hard to say the same of the scriptures of Germanique. After all these years as naught but rumors, who could have guessed that the church had them under lock and key in the vaults of Aubonne Monastery? Were their contents to be made public, I imagine the church would suffer a dizzying fall from grace. Its faithful flock would scatter to the four winds. Of course, in order to save itself, the church would most certainly deny the scriptures as false. But that still leaves our friends in high places. Larg, Goltana, even the council, all would covet the scriptures for the power they offer.
Where are the scriptures?
Ah, who could say? You of all people must know how easily such details can elude the mind's grasp.
Graf, see to the mage who left a moment ago. I shall attend to matters here.
Do not think to threaten me. This is a battle you cannot hope to win.
No, it is one we cannot possibly lose. Who is there to oppose us, save you feeble-bodied humans?
Father?
You misjudged the strength of your enemy, Gareth Barrington. There would be no sport in killing you.
Recall that Isolde, this guy's son, did not know anything about like the demons and the stone's power and all that stuff when we were yelling at him in Aubonne Monastery.
You would raise arms against your host under his own roof?
The hospitality of your hall grows cold. I fear I shall have to take my leave. Once I've shown you the power of the stones.
I was waiting for the dark side.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet. Alright, Castle Gate, here we come. Let's see here.
Very well.
All right.
My turn has come.
It's time.
Please, Marak, heed my words. We can leave this place together.
Death is the price for disloyalty. You know this as well as I. The Grand Duke sees all debts paid in kind. Turncloaks are set upon by their once friends and hunted relentlessly. To flee this day is to live those that remain in fear, ever wondering when the knife will find its mark. Such is not a life I choose to lead. And nor should you. If we but finish this one last task for him, the Grand Duke will release us both from his service. He swore as much to me. So stand aside, Rafa. Once I have slain the heretic, you and I are free.
Barrington swore it on what? His honor? The man lies, and we both know it. Believe him now, and you will spend the rest of your days as his assassin, as his tool.
I believe the Grand Duke. I must. There is no other way. I will kill that man and take the scriptures from his corpse, and then his grace will cut our chains.
Marek, your sister has the right of it. We are not the ones you should be fighting.
Our problems are not your concern. You would do well to worry about your own sister. Hand over the scriptures of Germanique, and the Grand Duke may yet let you both live.
You mustn't heed him, Ramza. Even if my brother believes his own words, you'll get not a sliver of mercy from Barrington. Once the man has what he desires, he will dispose of you both. Surrender the scriptures, and you forfeit your only leverage. So long as you hold that book, your sister's life is guaranteed.
Marek, deep down you see it too, do you not? The Grand Duke is not to be trusted.
Be silent! You know nothing of our plight. Nothing! We have not the privilege of choice. We cannot simply choose to be free. You cannot begin to
Except,
comprehend
yes,
our
you
struggle.
can. You just have to be willing to deal with the consequences of that choice.
Surrender to our master's will.
You're wrong, Marak. We are not bound as you believe. 'Tis fear that stays you, a fear that Barrington himself planted. Unless you find the courage to defy the man, forever will you cower in his shadow. Surely you do not wish this. And I, for one, refuse to suffer it any longer.
But I...
Do not allow Barrington to deceive you. His words are honeyed poison, concocted to manipulate hearts and minds. You have the strength, brother. Come with me, and let us be free at last.
I will fulfill my mission.
Down with you!
It can't be.
Need you to hit me.
Ramza, what is your intent for Grand Duke Barrington?
My intent for him? Why do you ask?
The man appears to be ignorant of the Orsite's secret if his demand is only for the scriptures of Germanique. With the book in hand, I posit that he merely seeks to gain political advantage over church and crown.
Vile though he is a man of station? Killing him would be ill-advised. Is that what you wish to say?
Indeed. 'Tis an easy thing to strike at the foe before you, but lest we forget, he stands
Well, see,
in the
it's
line
less of a situation of, like, that is evil. It is a situation of, like, especially back in the time period that these kind of things were set in, to have power meant you could afford the kind of foods that would make you fat.
I mean,
Very well.
there was a certain amount
My
of...
foremost concern remains Alma.
It was ideal. Everybody
We will
wanted
leave with
to
her,
be able to be
and
fat.
Rafa and Marek
Yeah,
as well.
because that meant you had money, you had resources, you had power, like...
You had a regular feed schedule.
That too, yeah.
For my lady.
Ramza, what do you make of these two? Marek in particular.
Worry not. He will come around. Of this I am certain.
If you say so, then very well. I'll do my best not to kill him.
Of all the times to jape. You are a droll fellow, Mustadio.
I will prevail.
Do I just hit him for 100 damage or gamble on a 40% chance? What do you think, Nix?
Hit him for the 100 damage.
Okay.
Dark Dragon King.
We got to Bahamut somebody. We haven't used it since we got it.
Bahamut, 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 Bahamut.
Is this?
Ow, dang. Thought I had a little more health than that. Alright, we got the white mage on the way.
If only I was stronger.
What you say is true, Marak. Were we to run, we would only be hunted down. We must settle this ourselves.
Bye?
Rafa, wait! Do not be foolish!
Whatever it takes.
The journey is never ending.
I won't miss.
No turning back.
Where to?
Ooh. It's gonna be close, but I think we can pull it off. Provided they don't kill you.
Not nearly enough. Whatever it takes.
Crap. Oh wait, no, the race is gonna go out first. Okay, good. That's fine. We can deal with that. And honestly, egg race is gonna go first anyway, so we might as well get the insta kill off. If we get a little lucky. Actually, can we just do enough to... Yeah.
The death come early.
Right then.
This guy's been very slowly approaching us while we back up and shoot him a lot. It's kind of funny.
I must concentrate.
Here.
Much better.
Come on. I must do all I can. My turn.
I will prevail.
How to proceed?
Come then.
What to do?
This looks grim. Come on. I must concentrate.
Dang it.
Where to?
If I die, so be it.
Onward. Fall! For my lady.
Here I go.
You're gone, buddy.
You're done!
Sorry, my friends.
Come on.
Just as I thought. I was foolish.
Ooh, ominous, creepy doors.
Claws and fangs. Gods of mercy.
Pray let them be safe. Alma and Rafa too.
We lost Rafa. He ran away.
Ramza. What was that? Your wounds. What did this to you?
A beast. Oh gods, my limbs grew cold.
Be strong, sir.
Flee, my lady. Flee. There is only death here.
save the game here, and we're going to save it in a different slot, because I learned this lesson when I was a young child. But that is also where we're going to wrap up for today. I know it's a bit of a shorter session, had some things come up, but things gotta do things, you know, adult life, all that. I will probably stream some more tomorrow, and